we're live streaming?
Yeah.
On what? I want to send a link to Jeff.
It'll be on YouTube. Right now, next to me,
It's on Instagram Live?
Lucius, are you recording in Studio One? Okay, and then go ahead and hit full name, Tim. Yes. Alrighty, welcome back to Jacob V Weekly. We want to start like we do every week by reminding you to check out Caddyshack of Hamel, Illinois, CATTYSHACKIL.org. You can also find them at jacobv.com, JACOBVI.com. There's a tab at the top for the Caddyshack. Save a life or 9. We are working hard to keep the operation on track and in the mix here today. We are live streaming on all of our platforms. I believe we're on TikTok, Instagram, X. Told me they wanted money, so we may not be on X. Sometimes it does it anyway, but is it the topic though? Let's see.
Oh yeah, now's the time for the...
See, now I'm doing this for you. Like, that's a playlist you clicked on. I don't give a fuck where it is on your phone.
I wanted to send a link.
I'm sure it's up. I was told I was up. Let me do it. Thank God. Thank God I hooked the organ up. I don't know where it is.
Well, we're not doing it live.
Are we live?
No.
We're so live.
Tim, talk to me about Jesus.
So,
Lucius, play the organ. I'm just going to check one thing. Tim, talk to me about the Lord and Savior.
I remember I was probably like 7 or 8. I loved going to Mass because they used to send us away during the homily, and we would do worksheets in the classroom of the school that was attached. And I remember coloring in pictures of Jesus, and that was the first time I really thought about maybe what he looked like. You know, the thing about Jesus is, regardless of how you feel about him and his character, all of the information about him is just that he was really accepting. You know, he was the one that said, like, don't cast a stone if you live in a glass house. I know he didn't say that.
Oh, I know he didn't say that.
I'm really sorry that I decided to check to see if we were on live so that I could, you know, but so if we are right now, what?
Oh, I see. Yeah. Hey, let's... We good?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, okay. It feels good? And are you getting live over there?
On my phone?
Yeah. Like, were you able to pull it up and send it to Jeff?
We can take it from the top.
Sorry.
Yeah, look, now I'm seeing it's alive. There you are.
It was not like that.
I know, Instagram needed an extra push. We're back! Jacob V Weekly, episode 121. We are recording audio in multiple places. We're streaming to multiple places. Things are good, and there's never been more ways to get involved with the show. If you wanted to be a member, financially speaking, of the Patreon, you would get access to literally hundreds of exclusive posts, all of my concerts with my bands over the last couple of years. All of my there's all kinds of original content there, exclusive stuff. You get episodes of the show early. That's $1 a week. We also have tons of artifacts you can buy in the shop there without being a member. But if you're a member, you can see all that stuff for free. So check that out, patreon.com/Jacob V. You may have noticed Tim is here, Lucius is here, but we're at my house because I have an infant upstairs. Okay? We're caught up. Tim, what did you choose to tell us about Jesus? I was working. I had to get the Instagram live going for Jeff.
What I was getting at was that no matter how you frame it, the things that are said about him in the Bible, in the text, he was a good guy who was really accepting, and he wouldn't want any of this for any of us. Do you know what was really eye-opening is two summers ago, I thought
you were going to say Christmas.
Last Christmas. No. Like 2 summers ago, I got to go to Rome.
Italy?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I got to see go to the Vatican Museum and see the Sistine Chapel. And I never in my life as a kid would have thought that would ever happen. But the tour guide showed us a part of the Sistine Chapel that isn't spoken about, or at least like not referenced a lot. But it's like the Second Coming imagery that's in it. And in it, he pointed out, if you look at the souls that are being raptured, they're all of these like meek and lowly people. And the ones who are being damned are, the pious colonizers, because whenever it was being painted was during the period of exploration. And so anyway, that leads me to say that my image of Jesus, our Lord and Savior, is that he wouldn't want any of this for any of us.
Which part?
The conflict. Mm-hmm. What's happening in the Middle East.
All of it, really.
All of it. What the conflict here, just like in general, I feel like everyone is so ready to be combative in a way. You know what I mean?
They're keyed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Won't he do it?
What does that have to do with Jesus? He doesn't want that for us. He doesn't want that for his children. It's like, if Jesus is your father and you're in the rumpus room and it's Lord of the Flies in there and Jesus is in the den trying to watch NASCAR, praise Dale. A good father is going to come and say, cut all this out. You should be in peace. You're a child. You're my only children. And you have this bountiful inheritance before you from the Father God. And if you just cut the shit,
cut that shit right out.
then we won't have a problem.
Cut it out.
And you'll be rewarded in the kingdom of heaven. But if you keep acting like a horse's ass,
Woo!
I'm going to have you picking out switchgrass. Why don't you go fetch me a switch out the yard? And I like them a little green still. Not too green.
Brain.
That's an approach. I do think parenting is the problem and the solution right now in our great nation. Tim, what do you think about that?
I don't know. What?
Okay. All right, we're booted
I'm
up.
locked in.
What?
I'm not laughing at you at all. I'm just.
Lucius is locked in. Lucius is doing morning radio right now.
Yeah.
Lucius is yes.
I'm Ross Matthewing you.
Lucius is handsome Dave from Wayne's World 2.
Yeah, I'm your hype man right now. Is literally what I.
Flavor Flav.
In the
Britney Spears' Work Bitch has correlated with a 50% reduction in unemployment since its release in 2013.
2013.
The song Work Bitch came out in 2013. Unemployment was like, let's say 7.
Yeah.
And then by 2023, when the data for the study was concluded, unemployment was at 3.5. in 10 years. Work Bitch by Britney Spears. Cut unemployment in half.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I want to know how you feel about that. You got to go.
Yeah.
We're back. Sorry, had to... Important life update. I got a new car. Yes. I've joined the Volvo family because I have an infant. So I traded in my 2005 Mercury Grand Marquis for a 2015 Volvo S60. It's beautiful, luxurious, safe, clean. They filled it up with gas, which I felt like was generous. And but I didn't vacuum the Grand Marquis first. I certainly didn't give it any kind of a deep scrub. It was mostly everything I could do to get all the garbage out of it, which I did. Late in the evening, in my beloved Southampton alley.
Hey, man.
So, my thing is, Britney Spears' Work Bitch has correlated with a 50% reduction in unemployment since its release in 2013. Over the course of 10 years, unemployment fell from about 7 to about 3.5. Is that a coincidence?
No, probably not.
Probably not.
I would assume that the song came out when they knew that unemployment was going down.
This is deep.
Did you like Work Bitch?
Love Work Bitch. I have a video of me in Kansas City in 2017
Doing Work Bitch?
dancing to Work Bitch in my car.
Oh. Which one is it?
But
You better. You better. Wow.
You want a hot body?
You want a hot body?
You want a Maserati?
You want a Maserati? You want a
What did she say
Lamborghini?
next?
You
You better work, bitch.
You want a Lamborghini? Sip my
That used to be one of my first touch tune songs that I would turn on.
Touch tunes.
Like I'd be at isn't that what that is? Touch tunes? Yeah.
Touch Tunes Jukebox.
Yeah. I love that. I love the app.
No, sorry. I was mistaking it for hit clips.
No,
Which
different.
I had
hit clips.
I had the oops, I did it again. Hit clip.
Oh,
You had the hit clip?
Oh my
I had the
God.
hit
That was
clip.
the most popular one.
I had the hit
clips were
clip.
such a waste of time.
It was
No,
a
it
transition.
It played what, 30 seconds of a song?
Yeah, and I would play it
by the time
over
hit clips came out, I already had a portable CD player.
I did it again.
Yeah, the CDs were better.
CDs
Yeah.
were way better.
Totally.
I even used
I
to
had
be
a
able.
CD as
I would
well.
be able to talk my parents into buying me a single at Walmart. You know, it'd be like I got 18s, Mamma
Yeah.
Mia.
18s.
18s. Do you remember them?
Yeah, I do.
And
That hit somewhere around 11 for my age. Like that's
wait,
what-
we're the same age, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
You might be
11 or
older,
12.
but yeah.
11 or 12. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I convinced my parents to get me. It was because they did a pop version of Mamma Mia by ABBA.
Right.
That was their whole thing, was that they were like an ABBA.
They were doing contemporary
regeneration.
ABBA.
Right. And so, no, I think it was Dancing Queen.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was 11.
Yes, Dancing Queen.
I had the single, and it had their
Dude.
the radio version, and then there was always on these singles they would have a remix, a EDM remix of the song.
Yeah.
So it would be song number 1, radio version, song number 2,
Radio version.
the remix.
Yeah.
And I would
Yeah.
listen to those over and over again, but to me they were different than hit clips because at least it was the whole song. I knew all the lyrics,
you got
not just the chorus.
That was the biggest thing. Hit clips should have held out until they could fortify the technology enough to make it the whole song.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah.
4 minutes.
How many did you have?
least.
Do you remember?
How many hit clips did you have,
Oh,
Lou?
only a few. I think I had maybe Christina Aguilera as well, but
Which one is that? Genie in a Bottle?
Genie in a Bottle. I
That's
believe,
one of the best
yeah.
songs ever written.
It is so good.
The only core memory I have is of Britney, though. For sure remember where I was when I was clipping that shit into my belt or whatever. Because it was so small. It was just, the size of a properly sized big toe.
In the third grade.
Not a properly, but like.
What the fuck is that?
Sorry.
What did you say?
Just a big fucking toe.
What was your hit clip or?
Yeah, the hit clips. Yeah. The hit clips are the size of like a big toe.
Yeah, they were
like a big toe.
That's just such a weird way to compare something.
Right.
You couldn't say it was like the size of. Was it the size of a Brussels sprout?
Yes.
I don't know. I would think it was more of like the size of a iPod Nano.
I got one of those on the wall.
iPod Nano Mini.
Thank you.
I got one of those on the wall over there.
The one that was just a square with a knob. You didn't know
Yeah.
what anything. You like couldn't see any screen.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I'm not gonna go looking for it. I got one.
But yeah. Anyway.
I got all the old Apple shit. Anything you need. I got iPad. I got every generation of iPad down here.
What do you like? You want me to look it up?
No.
Because I will.
No, I was
will
looking.
look it up.
I was looking at the wall over here because I know I got one sitting over there, but it's not worth going.
What are you
People,
What you have? What sitting over here?
an iPod Nano.
Oh.
No, on the wall.
A hit clip? You got a hit clip?
You know what?
Hit clip right
have
over
a-
there.
You want to fucking?
I have an iPod Classic. I got an iPod Nano Mini. I got a goddamn Motorola Razr, but I don't have a hit clip. I got 8-track.
This thing is so cool.
This is
I don't even know what that is.
This is an old Wollensack reel-to-reel tape. You put tape in here, and then behind your head is my Aunt Jane's 8-track player with Engelbert Humperdinck loaded
This?
in. Yeah.
I've never seen one of these before. Can
Oh
I
yeah.
pick it
Here.
up?
Yeah. Hand it over.
Wow. This is a piece of history.
I thought you were gonna say shit. This is a piece of shit. 8-track tape player. Cartridge looks like this.
Wow. Can I?
So before the cassette that you're used to, this is Engelbert.
What did he sing?
Whatever's on there.
So this is like the great grandfather of hit clips.
Yeah, before hit clips, we had the 8-track.
It's like the great grandfather of hit clips, and
Can you put it up super close to the lens?
where is that?
The streaming camera's right there.
You want me to get up?
Yeah.
Well, don't mind if I do.
Okay.
Get a.
This is a GE.
Do you see that? Wow. It's an 8-track of Engelbert Humperdinck.
That's sexy as hell.
Can you play it?
Nah. I'm sure it works.
When's the last time that you checked that it worked, or like had or fucked with it? I guess.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know the first thing to do with that.
Yeah. Well, it's got a tape in it, so.
Oh, there's no batteries.
It's got a wall plug, but
It looks like a Pixar character,
yeah.
Holy
Here, put this
shit.
back.
doesn't it?
Yeah,
It
it looks
does.
like
Brave-
And like
Brave Little Toaster
his name
era.
would be, his name would be like Engelbert because that's who's left in him.
yeah. Aw.
Engelbert Humperdinck, the
It's
8-track player,
It's a General Electric 8-track
looking for
player.
his long lost family.
Engelbert.
He survived his.
Engelbert what?
Humperdinck.
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 You guys don't know Engelbert?
Humperdinck.
I actually don't.
OG.
Engelbert Humperdinck.
OG.
I'm Engelbert Humperdinck. Here to play you the tunes.
I don't think we're live on TikTok. That's not worth
No.
looking into.
Please no.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm not sending my podcast straight to China. How about that? Texas aims to ban furrydom in schools.
So, one time I went on a date at a coffee shop, and this guy, the thing that God, this is just the perfect story for you too. I connected with him because he had in his profile that he was Catholic. So I was like, I want to meet this guy and like, kind of compare notes, what is he thinking? Didn't ever cross that bridge, but at a point in the conversation he said, now, like, most people run for the hills when I tell them this, and I'm like thinking like, what is he going to tell me? And he pulls it out his phone, and it's a picture of his fursona.
Oh, no.
Well, yeah, so truly my thought is to each their own, period. And that's it. It wasn't for me, but I can understand why. Like, he talked to me about it. He was like, I go to these conventions, like, this is who my character is. All these things, like, that were really positive about it. And
I guess that's sweet that they would let you know.
Yeah, totally.
To include you in that way is a form of intimacy.
Yeah, totally. Well, and the thing is, I was like, that's really awesome for you, but I want to talk more. I said that I was trying to discover more about myself before I went into a whole arena of something like creating a character or like having this persona, that they like have created. It's in some ways artistic, I think. I don't know. Are you
no, but it's
jump in here? Am I saying
no?
Right
Well, I'm just trying to put myself in those shoes because it's like it's.
I'm just really high.
Oh, good for you.
I'm sorry, everybody. I fucked everybody up.
No,
Well,
no.
you should have been playing the organ the whole time I was saying that because I was just trying
That's
to
the thing.
be
He's
like,
getting
you gotta
jealous.
you gotta let me ebb and flow.
Yeah.
You gotta let me.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
You're doing wonderfully.
We just happen to have my whole keyboard rig piped in. If you're wondering why we keep having musical breaks, it's because we're at home with all my toys.
Hot pipes.
We got that's my Nord. So my thing is, I would be intimidated because it's like, well, I really like appreciate you telling me about, that part of yourself and that you're into that. I don't have any experience in that specific category, so I don't know exactly how to be supportive in that way, because it's obviously going to be a bridge that we have to cross if this relationship continues. Like, is that something I have to start participating in? Is it weird if you do that without me then? You know what I mean?
And the thing is, for me, I was like, I had never been in a relationship before. I had never met anyone that I'd spent longer than a date with. And I thought, like, this isn't going to be a first time for me, to have a relationship or to continue seeing someone that I had to try to figure out navigate whatever that means for them. I do think, though, that to the topic is, like, Texas aiming to ban it
in public schools.
I think that's just, like, they're kids. What are you doing? Like, what are you saying?
It's also never the solution. If the schools are banning something, it's because parents have already dropped the ball on that thing becoming a disruption. It happened with us, 3rd grade, with Pokemon cards.
Oh, okay. So, but do you think that's comparable?
Yes.
You do? Okay.
I do. I mean, because they don't have to make a new ban for any kind of sexual behavior.
Right, okay.
Because it's a public school, so any sexual behavior in a public school is already regulated against. So this is discouraging any expression of furrydom in public schools by students.
Oh, so this is just in schools?
In public schools by students.
My story didn't make any sense.
No, but I got everybody too high, and that's just a part of who I am and how I host.
But I think, I don't know. God, it's so dumb. They're just kids. What are you doing?
Well, because, like, okay.
How is it being a distraction? Because the kids are acting like
Well, I think
like
we've talked before on this. I think there's that.
Well, then you're right. Whatever you just said about how...
Yeah. Also, if it, has to do with headgear or masks, that's a clear security thing that's already probably regulated. But also, we have schools in rural Missouri with litter boxes in the bathroom.
It's a total non-issue. I don't care then. Really, I don't care if Texas does whatever the fuck they want. They can secede. That's it. That's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
That's it. That's my line.
That's it. Why don't you just secede?
Right.
If my kid can't show up with a foxtail butt plug.
What the fuck?
That was the thing my brother said.
Oh my God.
Why don't you just go ahead and become your own country?
That's horrific.
It's hard. I had a mom express, something about their child identifying as a wolf.
Oh, wow.
And so, yeah, that's what I said. Back at you, brother.
Wait, are you saying as a teacher?
I was
the kid identifies you as a wolf.
No, I was an adult professional, and there was just a kid that the mom let us know ahead of time that the kid identified as a wolf, and so it didn't come up in my capacity. It was never an obstacle for me. So it's hard.
What's the issue? I mean, like, so is the kid? So is she asking you to make an exception for whatever wolfish behavior?
I don't. That's the thing.
What's he gonna do?
That's the thing. It never came to that.
Who cares if he's wearing like little ears? But no, he can't.
I don't even remember seeing ears.
Yeah. Well, cool. I mean, what does he want? What do they want?
That's always my thing. And I think older generations really struggle with this. They're like, listen, I don't know what you're asking for, though. You're giving me a lot of information, but I don't have anything to act on.
Yeah.
The Forbidding Unlawful Representation of Role-Playing in Education, Furries Act,
Weird.
aims to ban non-human behavior in public schools, including wearing animal ears and tails, making animal noises, and using litter boxes.
Not even on Halloween?
With
even on
exemptions,
Halloween.
hold on, with exceptions for school plays and Halloween.
Oh, thank God. But what about my Christmas cat outfit?
But the summary there makes it sound like as soon as Halloween hits, they're bringing out the litter boxes.
Good. That's good.
It says to ban non-human behavior in public schools, including wearing animal ears and tails, making animal noises, and using litter boxes.
I don't understand. I
With
want to say
exemptions for school plays and Halloween.
Litter boxes. What?
That's why I said it again. I'm like, you missed it the first time. We have talked about on this show and covered it in even more detail on the Patreon that there are schools all over the country that have had to put litter boxes in the bathroom for students that identify. You've never heard this?
No.
Tim, you're not caught up on this show. We have spent a lot of time talking about it.
No, you have not.
Yeah.
I am totally caught up. I'm caught up now.
Yeah. All right. So I think
When was the last time you talked about that?
Crazy.
Last week.
It's probably been a while.
Have
I'm
you been
not
putting
there
them
yet.
out there in your snapshots?
I don't know if there was a clip about litter boxes or not. I bet you I could find one.
Are you mad at me?
Not at all. Francis Howell School District in Missouri held a hearing on a policy that would ban trans students from bathrooms of their gender identity as well as litter boxes in those bathrooms, despite those boxes being a hoax. Oh, now apparently the boxes were a hoax.
It was a hoax. Yeah, there's no way. We would have heard about that way sooner than them trying to ban it.
I've been hearing about it.
No.
I swear to
What
God.
school? Here in Missouri?
Yeah, there's definitely one in Missouri.
But
that's also...
Who is required to clean that up?
That was the main question.
That
That was the main question we came into.
So who has the answer?
I haven't heard an answer.
Would you teach in that environment?
Sure, what do I care? I'll use a litter box. I'll fill it up. Oh, this is really going back and forth. I had firsthand on the Patreon, there's a clip about an event with my family, and I have a relative who is an administrator at a school, and they have litter boxes in the bathroom. But now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it's a college.
Maybe it's a college.
Oh.
I missed that.
Are you looking into that?
I'm not.
Are you looking it up?
I'm not.
Do you want to narrate play
You guys.
while Jake is
Everything I'm seeing
investigating?
now is calling litter
It a
boxes
hoax?
in schools a hoax.
Oh, no,
Talk
you know what?
amongst yourselves.
Go
Talk
to.
amongst
Have you
yourselves.
ever? Did you ever go to Snopes.com?
Like in my life?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, right. It's still a thing. It's not my new thing. I'm like done with Reddit. I go to Snopes for everything now.
Snopes?
Yeah, they're still around. It's still
bias?
legitimate. No, Snopes is like the fact checker. The thing is, I went to them, and then if you go to their About Me, just so you can just like see. I would love to know your take on their credibility. I'm curious about that.
See, now this is saying that claims of litter boxes in school were uncorroborated. I also saw a TikTok where a lady said that the litter boxes are for if you're in a lockdown because of a shooter and you have to pee.
Okay, I did see that stuff. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, I did see that. And I did see you talking about that.
Oh, now it all comes back
It
to
all
you.
comes back to me. Yeah.
And this is all because we're overworked because Britney Spears put us all back in the workforce.
Yeah.
3.5% of us would be back on the streets for no money
On the street.
if she hadn't dropped work, bitch. So furrydom in schools is a non-issue. But if your kid is being disruptive at school
That's the
because they
issue.
want to be a
Yeah.
liger, maybe you need to invest a little more time in figuring out where that comes from and what you could do to satiate some of that energy, because maybe it's emerging from an uncommon need. Mm-hmm. Maybe that need needs to be filled, and maybe the need actually has nothing to do with being a liger. How come conservatives get all the friends with boats?
I don't know. I've seen that.
I saw girls talking about this that identify as what, pretty liberal, I guess, and they were noticing they don't have any friends that own a boat. All the people they know that own boats are conservative. Lucius, what's your experience with knowing people that own boats?
I know my granddaddy had a boat.
Did he really?
He had a pontoon boat.
Wow.
We
I
take
love
it
a
out on
pontoon
the
boat.
Branson.
On the Branson.
On the
Table
Branson
Rock?
Table Rock Lake. I think we went to the Ozarks once.
Beautiful.
There's
Beautiful.
other lakes that we went to.
Did you ever go to any shows in Branson?
Yes.
I saw
I've
Dolly
been
the
to
Rhinestone Cowgirl. I
The
was in love with her.
Stampede.
You went to Dixie Stampede?
Yes.
It's now called Stampede, by the
Yes.
way. But
I saw it when it was Dixie Stampede.
Yeah.
Yes.
How was it?
It was fine. It was fine.
That's it?
I was like in 8th grade, and
It's that serious? You can't say Dixie anymore?
yeah,
Dolly changed the name, actually.
Yeah.
It's not that you can't say it. It's actually did just change the name of it because of the historical context of the word Dixie.
But specifically, was there like a Dixie massacre or something?
I have no idea.
No, I think that it's because the region of Dixie was known for the brutality of racism that exists and had existed at that time. And so Dixie that's why the chicks took it out of the
I'm
region.
only asking because it's just a lot of coasters.
You know why. You
It's
know
just
why.
a lot of coasters to change.
No, what do you mean coast? Oh, you mean like
If I owned the
they had
Dixie
coasters?
Stampede?
There's no way. There's no way. Well,
No,
I've
they had
never
to
been.
throw them all out because they all
no
said
way.
Dixie
Did they have
Stampede.
coasters at Dixie Stampede?
Well, let's look it up. I got it.
I don't believe that because isn't
don't
the whole
believe that.
point of going to Dixie Stampede that it's like you eat with your hands and there's no silverware and it's just like barbecue and I don't know. I've never been. Can you describe your experience?
There's
On
no
a
evidence
boat?
online of a coaster.
No, at Stampede.
Oh,
Dixie
sorry.
They don't have
Sorry.
coasters.
You're fine.
Thank you. Okay, I'm having to reach into the depths of memories I don't have. I have flashes of memory. Okay.
Oh, well, we could
So-
go back to when you were 11 and 18s came out.
I'm trying to be as descriptive as you need me to be, and I'm willing to get there. Okay, so you pull up, and it's like a big white building, and it's very southern and sort of like southern classy, but with a little bit of
Antebellum.
yeah, and then you go and you get seated in this like stadium, this like horse ring. I don't know what you call that, but a typical horse
Arena.
Yeah. And they sit down, and it's sort of what I imagine medieval times is like, where you're around this sort of stage, and then you like eat with your hands and shit. I think, or you get like chicken that's like
You remember eating with your hands? You get like a roast chicken, and you got to
Yeah.
you got to manhandle it like you're in the parking lot of
I
Sam's.
feel like that's what it's like. Yeah, it feels very like Country Gladiator. Country like
You know what? Sometimes if you hit it early enough, they do hot and ready slabs of ribs
yeah.
in the same spot. I've talked about this before.
Like the
where you get the
smoker.
rotisserie chicken, you can get a slab of ribs, and I've had them for my lunch break in my car in Ferguson. I eat a whole slab of ribs in my Grand Marquis, and I just put all the bones back in the box from Sam's. I use my dude wipes to clean myself up, and then I go back to work. It's keto.
Dude wraps. As I get my dude wraps, and I was
Your gum rag.
I don't have one of those.
no. You've seen those before, Tim. Yeah, dude wipes.
No.
Oh, it's a wet wipe.
Yeah.
Target.
I keep just talking past things.
It's either like
Yeah.
Cottonelle,
But they're bigger. They're like a little
Or
bit bigger. They're for
dude
man
wipes.
hands. Yeah, I have seen.
Yeah,
Do
they're
they
for
are they
man.
scented?
They're for so you can get them scented.
I would never.
They do them unscented too.
I feel like it would burn me.
I picked up Blanche from the groomer today, and she goes, "Do you want to spray her with some perfume?" I go, "Duh!" So we
Yeah.
walked out with perfume on.
That's
it was so
awesome.
fun. But really quick though, what did it smell like? Do you remember that? Because
Dixie
did
Stampede?
it smell
Like
like barbecue or horse shit? Because I always
No,
wondered.
I think a little bit of both. It's like you're in a dirty space.
Yeah, right.
You're in dirty space.
But people are still going to try to serve you some barbecue
Yeah.
in
Right.
the filth.
like it was giving state fair. It was
okay,
giving state
okay.
fair.
Yeah. Or
'cause
New Orleans.
I've been to a state fair too.
Yeah.
In the middle
I've
of
never
Nebraska.
been to state. Really?
I've been
Yeah.
standing.
in Springfield, Nebraska.
What's that like?
That's like small town state fairs where you have like the cattle auctions sort of shit. You have like there's like maybe a Ferris wheel that's like clankety clankety and a lot of like sitting, eating, talking,
betting. Are there pull
smelling?
tabs?
Like the playground's been there since like 1974.
Oh wow, there's a playground that's been there.
Yeah, it's got that like pebble rocks.
They don't just bring in like a ropes course for the kids.
Absolutely not.
I know.
There's a perfectly good jungle gym, brother.
When I was a kid, we went to Branson a couple of times. We did not have friends that owned boats growing up, although my dad had a friend who did, and they used to go like fishing and stuff, but we were not boat people. If we went on a vacation, maybe we would get a pontoon or something, but that was like 2 or 3 times, which was cool.
Yeah.
But we did go to Branson like semi-regularly, when I was like before 12 or something.
I also
around the same age.
I also saw the Veggie Tales at Silver Dollar City.
Oh,
that was really good. I can tell you all about that too.
I want to hear about that.
Yeah, so it was a really, really hot August afternoon.
Ooh.
Really sweaty, chafing.
Oh God!
Chafing. Big mid, really high chafe moment. High chafe, and I was wearing these
HC.
High Chief.
High Chief.
Yeah.
High Chief. High Chief, that's us.
Yeah.
We're High Chiefs right
Rubbing it raw.
Yeah.
What a horrible feeling.
now. That
was
is the worst.
wearing-
I have a stick of something that's good for that
You just-
runners
I do too.
use.
Yeah.
I do
It's
too.
like a deodorant stick.
Everyone
but
has a friend who had used it, and then like we're like, hey, this is what I've used, and
Yeah.
then like I had a friend who told me about it. I bought it, and it's
I have way
beautiful.
less of this problem though since I switched to the boxer brief.
absolutely.
Can we talk
I've
about
stopped
that?
chafing.
The boxer
jinx
brief?
myself, I have stopped.
No. So yeah, go ahead.
Well, what I'm what I'm
let me
saying
finish.
is that
Let me
I'm chafe
finish.
free.
So go ahead.
I'm chafe free, and I haven't changed much, and I don't know what it is. But
So I'm coming on the anniversary of 10 years of only wearing like dry fit boxer briefs like
Yeah.
I'm an athlete
Yeah.
because I went to Costa Rica literally 10 years ago and someone gave me the advice of wearing those types of briefs down there because of the sand. Because
Yeah.
I was 25 years old. I had never been to a beach before. I put those babies on. I bought like the cheap ones from Walmart. They were my first time.
Yeah.
And I was a changed person. I mean, they fit so well. They feel so comfortable. And I am chafe free.
You're chafe free.
That you said that like that
brother.
lady says, you are now one of my elite employees.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
wow.
Yeah.
So anyway, back then when I was a kid,
That'd be
we
a
went-
great opportunity for a sponsor. If we
Totally.
had somebody that made a tasteful
Oh my
boxer
God.
brief, we'll switch
Duluth.
brands.
Duluth.
Is my go-to, baby. Once I chose Duluth, I could not. I have not gone back, and they recently
Really?
changed. They recently changed their pattern, like they're longer boxer briefs now, and I hate them. But I still love them because I'm chafe free. They're one of the few ones that are like 100% cotton. I'll have to thank my ex Alexandra for this. She's the one that bought them for me.
Wait, cotton? I do not wear cotton.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't like, because that to me is where all of the humidity just soaks. That's what causes chafing
But
for me.
see what
is
I
if
what I
wear
learned
cotton
from the
boxer briefs.
REI employee is that
Okay.
cotton is the one you want for breathability.
Oh,
But what if we're past breathable and I need moisture wicking?
I need
moisture to be
moisture
wicked.
wicking.
It's got to wick it.
It's not just about breathability.
Wicked good.
Yeah.
Why has nobody made that?
Wicked good.
Wicked good. Like why has nobody made a commercial?
Somebody might.
I'm gonna sell that.
They're probably
That's
holding it.
copyrighted right now
I'm your Venus.
under Lucius McLean.
This is another reason why I
Entertainment.
like to live stream is because it's committing to the record in real time.
Right.
This is going straight
We're
into
doing
the
it
Library
live.
of Congress, and so people can't steal our ideas.
So
Coming soon, Wicked Good, moisture wicking boxer
Either that
briefs.
it's going to that or it's going to
and then it
it's
ends
going to
with,
Airwick.
and I'm chafe free.
and I'm chafe free. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I'm not chafing. Yeah. Oh,
I haven't chafed since 2015.
Nothing
Nothing is rubbing down there.
It's
wicked. It's moisture free.
Oh,
It's
yeah. See, so if you make a product like that, let's partner.
Airwick.
Us and you.
Or if not Airwick, I'll do Woodwick. What is it? Those candles?
Because Airwick is a great solution if you haven't found.
Yeah, but
if you haven't found a way to liberate your groin from moisture, if you haven't yet found a good boxer brief, an Airwick could cover up some of the odor that you're going to experience from having a moist crotchal region. Mm-hmm. If so, we could go either way on that. If you make either Airwicks or boxer briefs, if you want to send us any money at all.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah.
Okay, so what does it mean to you to be, like, chafe free?
For me,
I didn't even mean to do that.
For me, it's important because I'm not getting any younger. Can I get some more? Can I get some organ on this?
Oh, sure.
So for me, being chafe free is so essential because I got a brand new baby at home. And I got to be active. I got to be able to roll with the punches. I got to be up and down. I got to be on the floor. I got to be on the sofa. I got to be in the air sometimes. And just to, stay young. I'm not getting any younger. And so if I'm moisture free, if I'm chafe free, I could keep up with life and be a father to my infant. If I wake up and my wife is telling me that there's a bog shit from hell in the baby's diaper, I gotta be able to sprint to the changing table before that bog shit begins to escape that diaper, and I gotta be agile. And if I'm chafed up, I'm gonna have stingy, weird burn pain in between my legs when I'm trying to get into position to rescue my poor sweet infant from her own filth.
Wow.
Tim, what's the most beautiful place you've ever visited?
Oh, wow. You know what? The first thing that comes to mind is 2 or 3 years ago, Jeff and I went to the Tetons.
The Tetons.
Yeah, and the thing is, this comes to mind because I actually cried when I saw them, when I saw the mountains. And it felt like really embarrassing, but also something obviously that would become memorable was that they just were so big, and I don't know why they took my breath away, and I never really understood that emotion until I saw them.
Yeah, I had a similar experience numerous times. I think the place I was thinking of was I took a cable car to the top of Mount Pilatus in Lucerne, Switzerland.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And you stop at like the welcome center at the top of the mountain, and you're above the cloud line.
Hey, no mountain.
Cool.
And we had a lovely picnic.
Did you know that you can hallucinate the higher elevation you go?
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. Maybe. Are you saying maybe none of that happened, and maybe I was just in the back of some guy's cable car?
No, I'm.
Oh, okay.
No. I just was thinking about how I saw Parker Posey pitching an idea for the next season of White Lotus to bring Jennifer Coolidge back would be by having it in the White Lotus next season in the Swiss Alps, because she read a story once about a guy who went like really high up in the mountains and hallucinated that a woman with a fur hat handed him some chocolate. Uh-huh. And so Parker Posey's idea is that someone of the cast could like be up there in the mountains, and then here's Jennifer Coolidge coming back from the dead. Spoiler alert. Have you watched White Lotus?
I am on the second episode
of the latest season.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I did not spoil it for you.
Please don't.
No.
But,
I mean, I didn't spoil the
but that would be sick.
Right.
Has there been like a decrease in, like, is it still hot without Jennifer Coolidge? Because that was a big thing for me.
Wait, are you saying
I'm saying that I wish that Jennifer Coolidge was still in it.
But you're in season...
I'm in season
3, right?
3, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Episode 2.
I'm loving it. I love it.
No, that's great. I actually haven't had time to like really binge it.
I haven't heard anything about any. Everyone I've talked to.
I'm finishing up on Righteous Gemstones right now.
The latest season.
Yeah, I'm starting the latest season.
So did you watch the first 2 episodes? There's only 2 out so far.
Oh, I think I just watched the first one because I just finished up season 3. I was like, wondering why I didn't even finish the 3rd season, but because it just got to Baby Billy Bible's bonkers.
Baby Billy's Bible bonkers.
Baby
We like to
Billy's
talk. We
Bible
call
bonkers.
Blanche Baby Blanche's Bible bonkers.
Baby Blanche's Bible bonkers. Baby Blanche's Bible bonkers.
This season of White Lotus, there's so much teeth. Parker Posey's teeth, Walton Goggins' teeth. They're all so big. Walton Goggins' girlfriend's teeth. They're so big and British. Everyone has huge teeth.
I haven't noticed that yet.
I know I'm not the only person because I keep bringing it up to literally anyone who wants to talk about it.
Literally.
Literally.
So let's talk about Lady Gaga's new album.
I love it. I am so offended. I'm just going to roll into this.
All right.
When I saw that video of Clay, first of all, Gaga, is that your thing? You don't do that, do you?
I think I got that from Jacob.
Why are we doing that? It's Gaga.
Right, we do that because that's what Zach Galifianakis says in the campaign.
Okay.
It's obvious, but it's obviously Gaga. But we were Gagaing. Like, is it offensive?
I know. I just
Okay,
I
good.
like. I had someone at work a couple weeks ago.
They pulled that shit.
No, he said, "Don't be so huffy," and I go,
Huffy?
"I need someone to say that to me more often.
Yeah, you do.
I need people to be like, Tim, stop being so huffy about it."
Huffy.
Yeah.
Dude, that was the fucking bike.
We never talked about that.
It's the fucking bike.
That was a fucking
My
bike
brother-
right there.
So I have a very JD Vance background, like
What the fuck?
Arnold, like growing up in a small town in the Midwest, and like parents who like were working class. Right, that's his story. I worked for a gas station, heated too, but he thinks that makes him special, like all of us have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His whole what I mean by that is like
I never worked at no gas station.
Good, but the hillbilly elegy is what I'm referring to, not who he is right now, but that story that he has. That has been his narrative to get him to where he is.
His backstory, because
Right,
he's a
it's
CIA
so dumb.
operative.
Anyway, so
Are you in the CIA?
I don't.
Yeah, you have to tell us if you are.
You,
I don't think I
you
am.
legally have
you
to.
legally
Well, I
have
don't
to.
know. I don't think I am.
That would be a real waste of their time. Doge will come
Dude.
knocking on the door if I have my own CIA agent on this. How many streamers we got right now? The chat did mention that we were supposed to talk about boats. You guys don't have desires of having friends with boats?
No, I think that's. I think that it would be fine. Actually, we do know someone that has a boat.
Who?
It's Jeff's. Well, I don't.
You know somebody
We
that
have
has
nobody.
a boat. That's my thing, because like I know like my
Well, so here's who I know. I didn't know this until last summer. We went up to their lake house, his grandparents, like his family. It's not like his grandparents have it. They have this lake house. It's in Minnesota,
oh cute.
and so they have like a pontoon and a speedboat, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Yeah, I mean, but they're not conservative.
No, not conservative.
Was there anything else I needed to say about that?
No,
Were you
that's
trying
a
to
great-
get that out of me
No,
as
that's
a CIA operative?
Yeah, that's a great example.
you.
I just know that we're live. I didn't want to
Because-
like bring anybody else up.
I know a lot of people with boats who are socially very liberal, but they also live a very privileged life.
Mm.
And they have maybe a background, more regional, let's say. In a place like anywhere in the Midwest, there's tons of bodies of water to take a boat to. So you're saying there's people that I'm just thinking I totally understand the example of, you don't have to be a Republican to have a boat.
Right.
But it does seem like a lot more boat owners are Republican.
Don't you think that?
Yeah.
Well, why do you?
I would agree with that.
That's the question is why.
Wait. Why
But
are boat owners conservative?
I mean, just why is that correlated? I don't think they're
Oh,
causal.
I think it's probably has to do with maybe hunting.
that's a big part of
Where
it.
you buy them,
Fishing.
like where you buy them is at like a Bass Pro Shop or a Cabela's or
Yeah.
something, right?
Yeah, you could get fishing boats there.
I would say that the boat industry is advertising toward a conservative demographic.
Well, what boats are we talking about? Are we talking about a fucking pontoon boat?
Speedboats,
We're talking about a pontoon boat.
boats.
recreational
I would say-
civilian
I would say
boats.
any type of boat. Yeah, it's like where do you see
Is
them
it on
at?
the lake or is it on the ocean?
Well, where do you see them nowadays? You know what I mean? Like we're not talking about, the early 20th century when, 21st century? What are we in? The 20th century, the 1990s,
1990s.
probably earlier than that. What I'm saying is like, like rowboats, or are we talking about yachts?
Well, I think they're
'Cause
talking.
I don't know
more,
anyone
I
with
think,
a yacht.
I think the scale we're talking about starts at like pontoon boat, like a boat that you could hang out on.
That was it. Well, So, and that was just literally last year that I discovered that. So
Now, I grew up, having access to people that had boats. A lot of them were, fishing boats, john boats, little lake boats, but also pontoon boats that you could host a dozen people on and drink beer on the Mississippi.
oh, I don't know anyone like that. You do?
Yeah, sure.
Do you?
Anybody with a boat on the Mississippi?
Yeah,
No,
that's dangerous. I'm
no.
from we were not people who went out on water, which my dad would go fishing all the time in like Mark Twain Lake and stuff. But my mom was very neurotic. She was pretty nervous around water. She didn't swim herself. She grew up in the city, so like she made sure that my brothers and I all had swimming lessons, but we didn't go into open water really ever. She was too nervous about us drowning or something.
Yeah.
But like this kind of boat here, open top. This is not a yacht.
We would rent one
Open
of those
top.
when we would go to
That's
Lake
not
of
a
the
yacht.
Ozarks.
Yeah, exactly, like a lake boat.
Yeah.
So mostly that. I don't think I've ever been on a yacht.
Been on a yacht.
I just kind of
I'm too
always
big.
I would think that the areas where there are lakes. I don't know. Is this just a Missouri thing though? Because
The float trip is a really Missouri thing, apparently. I grew up thinking it was
I
something normal
have
people
yet
did.
to be on one, and I feel like in the last goddamn.
I've never been on a float trip.
Oh, I could
never
take you.
want to go on a float trip.
Me neither.
Never.
I don't like
That
'em.
Sounds horrible.
It's not fun.
I just want to experience one, and I feel like
I'm too late. It's too late for me.
It's a lot of
I
work.
would be
It's
a lot
of physical work.
pissed off if I
We're
had
too
to deal
old
with
now
drunk
to start.
people and water.
And the sun's the worst part.
Yeah, that too.
I actually like to
Yes,
float when
yeah.
it's overcast. If it's going to be overcast and not raining.
No, I would
okay, but-
rather be in a lazy river in a pool.
So Kayla seems to think that there's a way to do it and still be comfortable.
I'd like to take
She-
a hot
I
shower
think-
and go to bed.
She would challenge you and say, "No, there's these places that you can make it really comfortable. Like what's like your max? Like what do you max want to do?
Me?
Yeah, like for
Okay,
a float
so
trip.
here's the thing. If I'm gonna float, the river I have to be able to see the bottom of it, so it has to be very clear water.
Okay,
There has to be. I'm the only people floating are the people that I'm in a group with.
okay,
So I don't want to see crowds of drunk people.
yeah,
All together.
quiet?
Quiet. The river can't get too deep. And that's. I mean, I feel like that's it. Right? I don't want to.
Yeah.
And I think that's really. If you said Kayla,
yeah.
she thinks that we could do that.
She has tried to convince me a lot of times to go on a float trip. And I have the same sentiment where I don't want to do too much work and I hate the sun.
Yeah.
I hate fucking sweating. I
Yeah.
want to get sunburned, but I do
Right.
like being in nature.
I like being in the water, but
Yeah.
sitting above it on a hot inner tube does not sound fun
No.
at all.
That's high chafe.
Totally.
That's high chafe
You know
territory.
what? That's
You
the-
want me to
High chafe?
chafe?
You want me to
What do you want
chafe?
me to chafe?
That's the last
High
time I probably was
chafe.
really high chafed was probably a river experience, like a kayak or
High
a
chafe.
raft.
Hell no, we won't go.
No,
We
not if we're
You know why we like brunch?
We want-
It's low chafe.
low
it's
chafe.
as low chafe as you can.
It's especially if you don't have to sit at a
Right,
high top, if
right.
you can get a booth or
Right.
a normal height table, and then it's low chafe at brunch.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no, and you can't prepare for that either, right? You can't really fully
No.
prepare for.
Not in a waterlogged
And where it's gonna
experience like
hit.
that. No.
No, I mean, I definitely started using at least a powder when I know I was going to Six Flags with my friends.
Oh yeah.
At least. I forget. It's a pink bottle. I can't remember
Pink
what-
bottle powder, not a sponsor.
Bottle powder.
That would sell if we had our own signature powder.
Yeah. But it would suck when you go
Anti-chafe
on,
powder.
when you go to the
100%,
water park and then you put pants back on that aren't cotton. They're like fucking polyester.
yeah.
That's high chafe.
Oof.
That'll be high chafe.
Yes.
You got to watch
Oh
out.
my god.
Miserable. And then go play a softball game? I can't.
No way.
I won't go back.
Do you want my shorts to be all the way
No.
up here down?
Yeah.
God, why do you hate me?
Stop.
High chafe.
Now I'm stopping for boats.
I did get to kayak over the summer though. When we went up
Kayaking's
to,
beautiful.
Oh my god, it was. I hadn't kayaked since.
Take me with you. Where'd you go?
So this was up at the lake house and
In Omaha?
This was up in northern Minnesota.
Take me with you. Who are these people?
It would be so fun.
Who are
So
these
these
people?
are Jeff's grandparents, and so these things, like, even though we're live now, make sure that they don't go into a recording or something or beat me out or something.
Yeah, don't dox them.
But they did have this like lake house up there in like northern Minnesota. Now it's like kind of like a family thing, I think, or like his uncles are taking it over or something. I don't know. Anyway, that doesn't matter. But it's beautiful. It's like it's this cabin that's like right on a lake, and it's super chill up there, chilly. It's, you know, like it's cool, but the water is nice enough to get in the water when it's sunny out.
Yeah.
But they have this like a couple of houses or cabins down from them, like in this community, there's a little stream that goes into another lake.
Yeah.
Because that's how many lakes are up there. It's crazy. Have you been up there?
I love Minnesota. Yeah, that was
was my
another
first-
vacation spot for my family.
Really? That's the
Yeah.
thing. That's where we need to create a community. Is like somewhere up in northern Minnesota and like establish a town or something, because it's so beautiful up there.
Yeah.
Oh, we do a little
And-
homesteading.
Yeah, let's do it. Or at least like take over one of those small towns. There's bookstores everywhere.
That's where Duluth is.
Yeah,
We'll go to Duluth.
Yes,
we'll get
I flipped
100%,
into
and then
it.
I'll talk to them about their fucking boxer brief.
Their boxer briefs. We can
designs.
get a deal. Anyway, but the
Is the Mall of America in Minnesota?
It sure is in
I've been
Minneapolis.
there.
I've been
it's
there.
still open too. I've never been there, but
I visited there to.
It should
possibly
be the
live
last
there.
one.
I wanted
You
to
went-
try and live there, or I was
At the
touring
Mall
it,
of
so, like,
America?
fuck no, in Minneapolis, but
Oh.
maybe the Mall of America. There is so much to do.
I do think that when it comes to our time to be retiring, they should transform malls that they have closed down into communities for us.
Yeah.
I think they should start doing it now.
Start
Like,
doing it
imagine renting an old Hot Topic. It's been redone to be an apartment.
Mine would look like this.
Temperature controlled. It's a temperature controlled environment.
People could just walk by and see us doing this.
Yours is like the Slackers. You know what I mean?
That would be a step up. I wish I had that kind of shelving. Can I get
okay.
an amen?
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely. Amen. Oh, fuck.
yeah.
I mean, I'm never letting you guys.
But yeah,
smoke my
anyway, we
weed
kayaked
again.
up there.
You're
The
both-
water was crystal clear, and I didn't chafe. I'm chafe free. Is that what it was? I forgot already.
Yeah, you're chafe free.
I'm chafe free.
But that's my thing. Is I feel like I had the privilege of doing enough nature as a kid, being a Midwestern.
Chafe free.
Missouri kid,
I
and
mean,
like-
I was a Boy
Chafe
Scout.
free.
There was
Chafe
always.
I was a
free.
Cub Scout, and then they suggested strongly that I do anything else.
Yeah.
So I feel like I did it already. Like if I lived in an apartment my whole life and we never went to, natural environments or whatever, I would feel maybe like I missed out. But I'm like, I don't really want to do all that work and all that. It's always fucking so much walking. Why can't I just get out of the car and be at the place where we're going? I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we didn't do it as a family. That's why my parents put me into Boy Scouts. So that I
They
could
said,
have
somebody
something
take
to
this
do."
boy outside. I ain't doing
Totally.
it.
100%.
Somebody take this child
Take
outside.
him outside.
I don't want no part of this mess.
Yeah.
Hustle.
I don't think I could go into a fish fry. I don't think I could.
What do you mean?
I want to go to a fish fry.
Right now?
No, fuck.
Oh, I was like, wait.
I
where's
wanted to
that
have.
coming from?
The plan was to have fish
You were gonna
fry,
have fish fry here.
for us today, but none of them opened until 4.
Oh, that's late.
And I wanted
Yeah.
to start.
Yeah.
I wanted to start the show.
No, that's great.
And so I almost ordered some alligator and some fish together, but then the people were here to see the baby. And
Yeah.
so there's a Long John Silver's still open over here on Hampton. I know it doesn't look open, but it is.
Do they have good hush puppies?
Who?
The Long John Silver?
Have you never had a Long John Silver hush puppy?
I used to go to Captain D's, so no.
Oh, I enjoy the hush puppy at Long John Silver's. I don't think it's different enough to really discriminate. There's a Captain D's though over at Grand and Shoto.
Damn, you know what? That sounds really good.
It's Fish Fry Friday. I bet
I
there's no
know.
line at the Captain D's. You can probably
I might
get
have
anything
to
you
run
want.
by. Yeah.
This is Captain D's Christmas right here.
Captain D's Christmas. This is how they're going to pay for the staff
Yep. For the rest
Christmas
of the year.
party. Is us talking about it right now. I go to your local Captain D's, especially if you're not Catholic. You don't have a reason to go to the Catholic fish fries on this Fish Fry Friday. It is Lent. Are you giving up anything?
No, I keep forgetting, and so I feel like I've given up not eating meat on Fridays because I have had meat every Friday. Even
I do have a
today.
pot roast going upstairs. It just had to get cooked.
Yeah, I had Swedish meatballs for lunch today.
From where?
I went to IKEA for lunch.
With who?
Do you want to hear about my day?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I dropped Blanche off at the groomer. She goes to Mrs. Anderson's.
Oh, how did they like it?
They love her. And Blanche did not want to leave when I went to go pick her up, which tells me it's a good environment for her. But I want her to come home. Anyway, so then I went to therapy. Good conversation. And then I met up with my friends, Katie, Rachel, and Sarah, and we had lunch at the IKEA. And then I went, picked up Blanche, and then came here.
Beautiful day.
It was a beautiful day.
Beautiful
I'm thinking
day.
about seeing if I can get Captain D's on the way home.
Yeah, I
Get
definitely
that
think.
Captain D's on the
I saw a pretty good
way
fish fry
home.
map that could show me, like, even as close as around here, like where the fish fries were. There's not one, like, right there. Like, I don't understand what, like, right there doesn't. I don't know. They're like way over there.
Are we going to talk about Mayhem yet, or are we done? Are
No,
you finishing up?
this is a continued run. We can totally
Okay.
because we only started with.
We haven't talked about Mayhem altogether.
We
The
need
new
to-
Lady Gaga
yeah,
album.
That's right.
we got stopped at Gaga.
Oh, right.
But
Right, I get huffy about things. I forgot about that.
Lucius, have you given Mayhem a listen?
Oh, multiple times. Multiple.
Oh, I listen to it every
times.
day, if not twice a day.
Okay, that is true Gaga.
What's your favorite song?
Right now, what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Last night I sang out. Blade of Grass.
Oh, that's taken me a couple listens
I
to really like.
yeah, but
I like it.
I feel like a connection to every song, which feels good.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so what's my favorite one right now? What is it? There's so many. Okay, the first one that caught me was Vanish Into You.
Okay.
That's what
That was on my list.
First listen through, I was like, ooh, damn.
Yeah, the arrangement on that
Yeah.
one is cool because there's so many different moments.
So many different moments. And then the next one that caught my eye was Killa.
Yeah, obvious.
Yeah, obviously.
Probably my favorite one.
So much, just like tasty goodness. So much, what would you even call that?
It's tasty.
Tasty. Funkish.
It's funky. It's
It's like
danceable.
It's percussive.
It's yeah.
Killa.
It's like got
I'm
good,
gonna make
clean
me
cocaine
proud.
vibes. Back when
Killa,
cocaine was
Killa,
good.
Killa. It's like sharp. It's like
Yeah.
clean.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then shit. Wait,
I like Garden
I
of
listened to
Eden.
it last night 3 times.
I like Garden of Eden
Garden of
a
Eden.
lot.
That's
It's so
exactly
good.
what I'm on right now for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, that
I'm on
feels like
Perfect
90s
Celebrity.
pop.
Oh,
I
I
love
love
it
that one
so
because that one reminds me of like that could have been a George Michael song.
Yeah.
Perfect Celebrity. It's like
Yes.
arranged that way, and it's the lyrically and everything. It could have totally been a George Michael song if he did a comeback album now with Perfect Celebrity.
Or someone could make it with AI with his voice. Can you believe in that?
In the chat,
Yeah.
can you get me George Michael singing Perfect Celebrity? Work on that.
Nice.
Get it rendering.
I just really love the way that she says "You love to hate me" in that song. You love to hate me.
Yes.
Yeah, that whole section of the album is good. I listened to that middle section a whole lot. I don't know if I've listened to the whole album more than a couple of times,
Yeah.
but I listened to a couple of them since it came out every
Lady
day.
Gaga.
I'm falling in love more with Die with a Smile because I didn't.
Yeah.
I
I
wasn't
love-
on the train when it like first came around. I was like,
Yeah,
give me-
singles
give
are
me all
hard
of
because you
or
don't know if they're a
nothing.
part of
Like,
an album cycle yet or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
and-
I loved it when it came out. Like that's Jeff and I sing that song together so much. It just
Oh,
we
it's so
love
cute.
it.
It is-
And,
now I like it. Now it's cute.
Yeah.
And I thought that high note in the middle of it
Mm-hmm.
was Gaga, but it's Bruno Mars.
Yeah, it's Bruno.
I didn't know. I had no idea.
I don't know.
I didn't know. I had no clue.
It kind of took me out of it whenever Bruno's the first one to sing. So I'm
I
like,
love
what?
That's the thing. Like I didn't know
It
if it
feels
was a
very-
Bruno thing.
It feels like a label decision to just throw it on there.
Oh, I agree with that.
You know.
Yeah, I
but,
agree with that.
But I do thoroughly enjoy the album.
I got to listen to it at midnight when I was picking Jeff up from the airport, and they were doing an iHeartRadio like album release, which is just a bunch of like clips prepared by Gaga or with
Yeah.
Gaga to say something about each song.
Yeah.
And it was interesting to hear what she had to say about it, even if it was, I don't know, like the stuff that they have that's been said about each of the songs, who this character is that she's created for the album, the story that she's telling about meeting someone at a club, and this is where things get crazy. She's talking about all of that in her little snapshots. One of them, she talked about right before How Bad Do You Want Me, how she wanted to get she wanted to try out 80s synth. Did you immediately, like, because you two listen to a lot of music, did you immediately think it sounded like Taylor Swift, like people have been saying, or do you...
No, it didn't cross my mind.
Yeah, I will say it...
I don't listen to much Taylor Swift, though.
I can't escape it, but that's because I don't have any way to listen to music in my car other than the radio.
Oh.
So specifically, when I listened to it, did I think, that sounds like Taylor Swift? No. But whenever somebody kind of said, like, oh, that's our Taylor Swift song, I could sense it because it doesn't Kayla said this last night. She was like, you don't get, like, the monster in that song. It's like...
Which one?
What you just said it.
How bad do you want me?
How bad do you want me? Yeah. How bad do you want me? Because it's like, it's very like major, like happy, uppy, like Pink, you know?
Yeah. It's more generic like that. I was just thinking about that today, that Clive Davis and Bill Maher went on an episode of a show called Iconoclast where they would just get two famous people to hang out and they'd shoot it. It was like for Showtime or something. And they were talking about, they were meeting with these songwriters that Clive Davis was working with to like pick a song, and you would write like dummy lyrics. So I'd write a song, but we could change the lyrics to be more suited for Kelly Clarkson or change them to be more suited for Pink or whoever the song was going to end up being for. So some of that stuff I hear, and I'm like, oh, well, that could have been easily done by kind of anybody else. But the ones I like more
that
on
song,
Mayhem are like, are more obviously more Gaga heavy. I think.
They don't have like it's edge. There's an edge that I can't wait to see the visuals for this. I hope that she puts out really good music videos. You know?
Yeah, I'm really interested in like the songwriting aspect of it. Like, I really want to dive deep into this album, kind of pick it apart.
Yeah,
and see like what the mechanics are, because that's what like pop music is like. What I'm understanding is just stamp it, but like put your own stamp on it as well. And like she does it in such a good way because there is no other, like, that's a Lady Gaga sound,
right?
You know, she does it so well. And but it's all very classic, like movements, like ballad and, you know, like dance mix and stuff. Like there's the standard is not the standard, but the foundation is there in a more simplistic way, but she finesses it so well. Her and like her producer like just finesse the fuck out of it in the way that makes sense to them.
And she's pretty hands-on with, you know, programming beats and kind of arranging stuff, and, you know, obviously not just playing piano, but kind of being involved in all that other stuff. So I've always kind of been a fan for that reason.
Yeah, I saw she was talking about the process. You know, she like likes to have fun, but then she, you know, wants to get serious and stuff, and because it's like that's a part of that creative process and everything, which is like, I really admire that.
Did either of you see Joker 2?
I did not.
Yeah, I watched it here at home.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember liking it. I remember thinking like that she is really talented. All of the comments about how she's not the problem with the film.
Yeah.
But in the thing about it just didn't
maybe
have a very good story, and that was
that's my thing. I'm like, what's going on? Like, can we
because like this could
and there was
really
a lot
cool.
of my problem with some of the singing is they're doing a lot of that, a lot of this thing where they're singing but quietly and you can't hear it all really great but we're singing.
What is this?
In Joker 2, they sing like that a lot.
They sing in this,
they start singing to each other, and it's whisper singing. But then the music will come in real loud, or something will explode, and I'm like, I don't know where to set my volume. We need to normalize this audio.
Yeah. It just seemed like they didn't have very good editors.
Yeah. And maybe they felt like it was already like doomed by the time they got to editing. And so, I mean, who knows?
Well, as they said, that it should have never been made. That's what...
Should have never been made.
Joaquin Phoenix and Gaga were saying all along. It was never meant to be.
Hot goss.
Hot goss.
And we did it anyway, in defiance of our Lord Jesus.
But,
Lord, don't he do it?
Yeah, so...
The delay is the best part. How long... Hold on, let me get to the organ. That's what happens when you're
over here.
I know.
When you're starting a church.
45-year-old dude. Like,
it's really hard when you got to preach and play the organ yourself. You got to run back and forth a lot.
Yeah.
You got to bring around
Hold
the
on, let me
offering
get up out
basket.
my chair.
I sold
I'll
a
get out my
church guy a keytar one time so he could preach and play keytar and walk around.
Yeah. Walk around. Walk.
Huh.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
He had a headset. He would wear a three-piece suit. He had a red keytar and a headset mic, like Rascal Flatts.
Three-piece.
And he could walk around and deliver the word and also give you a funky synth lick, you know?
Wow.
And I think that's coming back in a big way.
Guitars or televangelism?
Both.
Oh.
I think the mix of the two is going to be big. That guy might have been a pioneer.
You know, I wonder if the Righteous Gemstones make going to a megachurch seem like a hell of a lot of fun.
Some of them are fun. Some of them are crazy.
So, have you been?
I've played in a couple.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a rare talent, and I make myself
Certainly.
available for worship. So, some of them are cool. One of them has a couple of different campuses, and the main guy preaches at one campus, and they pipe his sermon live to all the different campuses. But then on those campuses, everything else happens in the room. There's a greeter assigned to each one, and there's a reading assigned to each one, and then there's bands in each space. But then just the preacher is like, what's the word? Syndicated live to all the different churches. It's like if you did
At these universities?
no, this church
I'm
I've
sorry.
played at before.
But it's a live stream?
Yeah, they'll live stream the sermon, but you have a live band in each location and there's three different congregations. And,
So the preacher's not even there?
well, the main one's not there, but there's a cast of them,
Preacher's
and there's
not
one that's
Oh, that is so...
it's trippy. And when you play in those
Bizarre.
bands, I wear these in-ears like
Why
I'm
not
wearing
just
now.
stay home?
Well, that's the thing. I would can I just catch the whole thing at home? But
Right.
you want to be able to go out and spread germs and, park the car.
Go out.
I love taking the car out and parking it.
Gonna spread germs.
Go to Cracker
Spreading,
Barrel
spreading,
afterwards.
Oh,
spreading
Christ.
Germs.
I got a beautiful pot roast upstairs that's been smoldering all day, and I'm
sounds
thinking about just doing it just for the smell.
Oh, it's so fucking delicious.
What if I just had bacon in the crock pot all day just to keep my house smelling like food and not like dogs?
That's,
do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try
Do
it.
it.
That might get expensive. I wonder how often I'd have to change it.
Yeah.
When you had that hot dog wheel thing,
That's not really for the smell, though. I don't want the house to smell like hot dogs.
I know you don't. It just did.
That thing is missing right now.
What?
My stepdad doesn't know exactly who he loaned it to, and somebody held on to it.
No.
Uh-oh.
I think I'm just gonna have to get one.
What is it again?
The hot dog machine.
the roller grill.
I used to
Yeah.
have a hot dog roller, so we'd have parties and
Yeah.
we'd have hot dogs going
I
on. all the
remember
time.
that, yeah.
I didn't know if you had come to one or not.
When
I
they
feel
lived
like
on
I saw.
Dogtown.
I won, yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, when you're at Dogtown.
Yeah, we did it once at my mom's before I moved in with Keenan, and then it's great. You get a little too drunk, you make a hot dog, and I loved having an assortment of exotic mustards and chutneys. Ooh, fuck! I almost bought a mango chutney today. I saw in a jar.
Why didn't you?
Oh, it looks like actually it had been mass produced. It wasn't an artisanal. You know what I got upstairs is I got a log of that Amish butter, which is a big roll of butter. It's a whole pound of butter in one cylinder. It's wrapped in wax paper. When you first open it, you can still see the old lady's handprint who formed it to package it for you. It's the best butter.
That's how you know it's
The
good.
best.
I made this morning when I was preparing my pot roast. I was searing the pot roast on all sides. I seasoned it with Slap Ya Mama, which is a Cajun seasoning mix, which is really good.
That's too spicy for my Midwestern tongue.
Really,
Yeah, I can't do that.
and then
I don't like my
I'd
mouth to
appreciate a little
hurt.
bit of it.
but then I sliced all
just
the
a little
potatoes in
bit.
half. But I was going to run out of room, so I had like 4 extra golden potatoes out of like a 5-pound bag. So I quartered them all up, and I kind of fried them in some of this Amish butter. I put a little water in there, and I kind of steamed the water down to cook the potatoes through.
Cook the potatoes
then
through.
put like a tablespoon of this Amish butter in there, baby, and fucking glaze those motherfucking potatoes in some motherfucking butter, bitch. And that's what I was eating when I did my devotionals this morning.
Yeah.
I was,
Amish. The most,
Amish butter is the butter. I also have
the
good
most pure.
gold. They call it
People-
gold miner sourdough. It's a sourdough bread I get at the store.
To go with your pot
And that's
roast?
really good with the Amish butter. I also keep bunny bread for peanut butter and jelly because that's a separate thing.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
We do not have white bread in our house.
Do you have a preference on peanut butter?
I like crunchy.
What do you have? Dave's Killer Bread? You go Ezekiel toast?
We get like a
sprouted
Jeff
grains?
introduced me to a like 5 grain bread.
You could toast it though.
I do toast it, yeah, because it's the only bread we get. Because I'm not going to get 2 different types of bread. Like the household I grew up in, we had wheat bread or white bread. Like we never had multiple breads.
Wheat or white bread.
And so
I got 2 loaves of bread upstairs right now. Different,
I conceded.
different breads.
I don't like. I get the same bread because we like the bread. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. But my favorite peanut butter, I like crunchy now. I love peanut butter in general. But I do enjoy a good crunchy peanut butter.
Yeah, I feel like it's its own thing though. I feel like it is different.
The brand does not matter to me though. I don't
Really?
think I don't taste a difference in peanut butter.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
All right.
I different texture at least for
Guys,
me.
this has been great. Thank you for joining us. For Jacob V Weekly. Apparently, who gives a fuck? Just eat whatever peanut butter they give you in the fucking gulag when Elon Musk puts you in a fucking camp. Just eat whatever. Don't ask him what the peanut butter is. It does not matter. You cannot taste the difference. I'm a Jif-man.
Hey, I was raised to survive, okay?
My father would never eat anything but Jif.
Brands did not matter in our house. I think that we probably had like the what's the Peter Pan brand?
Peter Pan.
Oh, sometimes
I had Peter Pan.
Whatever was on sale, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
we had,
it
like,
does
the
not
huge
matter the
tubs of
brand
fucking
as
Peter
long as
Pan.
it's cheap.
I thought about doing a reimagining of Peter Pan where it's me and I'm like a 40-year-old like autistic white dude, and like I come in, I show up to the children and I'm like, oh hey guys, and I look like this and my gut's hanging out, and
You're chafing.
and I'm chafed up, and the kids got to help me get unchafed. And tough crowd tonight.
I mean, I did think that was funny in the mind's eye. I'm picturing it.
But I'm trying to remember, like, because we're developing this, so I don't know what we would do. Like, what do they do in Peter Pan when they leave with him?
So Peter shows up. He's upset because he can't find his shadow. Right? Isn't that the beginning of the story? He's lost his shadow.
Okay, let's start there. What did I lose?
Your shadow.
Okay.
Your fanny pack.
Yeah. See,
You
yeah,
lost your fanny pack.
yeah. And I can't tell the kids what's in it, but I do dearly need it back.
Yeah. Then the kids then he introduces himself to the kids. He sprinkles some pixie dust on them. He tells them to think happy thoughts, and then they jump out the window and they fly off to Neverland, where they have adventures. They meet the Lost Boys. They fight Captain Hook, and then they return home, and that's it. So that's the story of Peter Pan, and then.
There's also
Were you
a
gonna do the
squabble
story?
with Hook too.
The story of Peter Pan?
I don't know if we need to do the whole story. If we just
No.
Because then then you're just Hook.
because they shouldn't leave with me.
You're doing the movie Hook.
So
Yeah.
it wouldn't progress as far as the original
No,
Peter
no,
Pan because I look like this and I show up looking for my fanny pack, and they should not leave with me. So the story should be we find it or don't. We talk about it and then I leave, and that's the end of the story. Because
No, I think it should be Peter Pan's trying to take you instead of you trying to take kids.
So you're not acting as Peter Pan, but you're in a Peter Pan story?
maybe
Yes.
this is better.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what's
Yeah.
like you having Peter Pan try to convince you to leave, and you're like, I'm staying. I'm not going anywhere. I don't
Pete,
care what
listen,
you do.
Pete, all my stuff is here.
Can I have one?
Yeah, these
All
aren't
my
cold.
comfort.
That's okay.
I'm a comfort.
I like a warm
creature.
Diet Coke.
It's not warm either.
I like a room temperature Diet
It's
Coke.
cellar temperature. What's cracking, Claire?
Does the baby have a bottle?
Yeah.
We didn't want to mess up her schedule.
Where's Keenan?
Huh?
Where's Keenan?
We took the baby for a 47-minute walk.
Oh, cute!
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful day for that.
Yeah. Cindy knows how to make them. I know we have all the parts clean.
Made, but then we just say we should have.
Oh no, I think she should always have. I like to feed her till she sleeps. That's how I was raised. That's how my grandparents raised me. They said feed him until he
That's
sleeps.
basically how I live my life now. Feed myself until I fall asleep.
Yeah. fading sleep.
The best thing if you've done a long day of grazing like we like to do, but at the end of the day you're still not really like full enough to feel comfortable going to sleep, Fruity Pebbles. I do it with an oat beverage so I don't shit my pants.
That's good. It's good.
I don't want to shit the bed, so I do dark chocolate oat beverage.
What happened to us?
And either
that happened to us too.
I don't like drinking milk that comes out of a cow for any reason
No
in
longer.
any form. It's not even about the lactose. My wife was like, you could just get lactose-free milk. I'm like, the lactose is not what grosses me out. The part that it's a liquid that came out of a cow is what grosses me out.
That doesn't gross me out. It's
I
for
make
me.
a lot of exceptions, obviously, in the case of my Amish butter.
I make exceptions
Ice
for
cream.
other dairy products, but milk, I am like, am I lactose intolerant? Because I do love a good bowl of cereal before bed. Mm-hmm. And for me, it's right now, I go through phases. I love Honey Bunches have we already talked about cereal before?
No, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's get into it.
I love Honey Bunches of Oats.
Love it.
I love the texture.
It's not my
of
first,
it.
but it is a top 5, baby.
Okay, and then I love the off-brand Captain Crunch.
Yeah, I like some of the
Off-brand
off-brands you get in like the
What do you
36
get
ounce
different?
bag.
Less?
What?
Is it less roof of mouth chafe?
No, there's
could be more, actually.
There could be more.
Okay.
But it's
That's a big
it's
factor for me.
larger-
Captain Crunch is like
I love Captain Crunch with berries.
Captain Crunch.
It has the berries in them.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like chewing tobacco, though, where it's like the fiberglass cuts your lip and gets the nicotine
Yeah.
into your bloodstream. That's exactly how Captain Crunch is
Yeah.
Love.
with the corn syrup. It cuts your
Recently-
mouth up.
I
Yeah.
have turned to the s'mores off-brand.
S'mores?
It's like a big bag that you can get at Schnucks.
Uh-huh.
It's blue and it's s'mores. But the thing is, what makes it s'mores is just that it's Lucky Charms marshmallows,
Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs, and
Golden
Cinnamon
Grams.
or I was going to say Cinnamon
Golden
Toast Crunch,
Grams.
but
You think it's
just
more
those-
Golden Grams?
I would think it's, you're
Because they
probably
also
right.
do a
That
graham
makes sense.
toast crunch right now. It's Cinnamon
Yeah.
Toast Crunch on like a honey graham.
Golden Grams make sense because it's graham cracker.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's like an off-brand Golden Graham, an off-brand
right.
Cocoa Puff,
Right.
and an
Have you
off-brand
had it?
marshmallow. No, I've just
Oh,
seen
it's
it.
so good.
I'm okay with the off-brand ones for sure, but I'm always Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Captain Crunch or Fruity Pebbles, which are Dino Bites if you get them
Yeah.
as off-brand in the 36-ounce bag.
I'd say
Which I'm not above because I'll eat half a bag in one sitting. Because I'm filling my gut with plaster so that I can
Yeah.
go rest and snore and fart on my poor wife. I woke up this morning. It was probably 4 a.m. and she's screaming at me. She's like, if you cannot keep your mask on your face, you have to leave. And I'm like, Keenan, why are you being so mean to me? She's like, you don't know what I've been going through for the past 4 hours because
You
I'm
don't.
laying there just farting and snoring and my mask keeps peeling off my fucking face.
That woman is a fucking angel.
She's a
No
saint.
shit.
She's a saint
Oh my
from
God.
heaven.
She's a saint from heaven. She deserves.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
You guys aren't giving me enough pushback. You guys aren't about the milk thing. I put
What about
chocolate
the milk
milk on
thing?
any cereal.
Yeah, I.
That's a lot to me. That's just too much sweet.
Yeah.
The thing is, I would probably drink cereal with water if I had gotten used to it earlier in life, but
I've done orange juice before.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
Chaotic.
It wasn't great.
That's fucking chaotic.
horrible.
Was that like a
It's all I had.
yeah.
I just wouldn't eat it. The thing is,
Exactly. Yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
Just wait.
I just got to the point where if I really am craving cereal, I will just put it in a cup and pretend that I'm like 3 and I'm just eating.
You know what's a great hack for this though? If you have a daily protein shake, put your cereal in that.
That's not the point because I'm not going to drink a protein shake before bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to drink a protein shake anyway. I don't think it's in your routine. I wasn't talking to you. I looked right at you, but I was talking to people that drink protein shakes every day, sometimes multiple times a day. If you're going to go ahead and have some cereal before bed, like I described,
Never say never.
you could put a protein shake in it.
I thought I would never be chafe free.
Guess what? We're chafe
And we're
free.
chafe free.
I'm serious. I am not chafed.
I'm chafe free.
You could look.
I can wear denim on denim on denim,
But with
and it won't rub.
Denim on
but it's not the
denim.
final layer.
No.
It's a tasteful boxer brief. And we'll dedicate ourselves to your brand of boxer briefs if you want to partner with the show.
Partner. Airwick.
Yeah, moisture wicking or
Moisture wicking.
or
Isn't
air
Airwick
wick.
the name of the
Wicket. Wicket good.
I feel
Air
like,
wick is a
Is it possible that was used for like Glade plugins because there's no wick for them? or something?
Possibly, I have to do
No.
my research.
Yeah, we'll have
Nope.
to look it up.
I'm gonna say no.
if I'm gonna
Do you
make
know I
money
work
on
with
that,
the patent and trademark librarian? Yeah.
okay, look it up.
Dude, I'm going to.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things that I need to trademark. I need to figure out if I can trademark.
Okay, let me know how that goes.
we
I
need to,
will, if you're really interested.
I'm very interested
because
in
she's
it.
incredibly knowledgeable.
we got to trademark something.
Yeah.
That's in the news
We
right
can-
now.
Well, I don't think the thing is she's gonna laugh at me because I know that the answer is no. She doesn't actually do the patents and trademarks, but she can help us walk through
Yeah.
the process.
Understand it at
Yeah,
least.
yeah.
She's had to explain who does them so many times.
To me.
She's had to explain, no, it's not me, but let me tell you who it is. So many times. I think we're doing good on time, and I'm starting to get up against my biological clock here. But hoping not to miss any weeks of your Jacob V Weekly. There's another show that I want to try to collaborate with. Otherwise, we have to conquer them entirely. There's a podcast called Overarching St. Louis, and I don't know any of those guys. But they live kind of around here, I think, because they're doing an
Do you?
event at the Greenfinch.
Say it again.
Overarching St. Louis.
I don't know them.
I'm going to show you these guys, and I'm going to because they're one of the only other St. Louis podcasts that are like, you know. So we got to
in
figure
our
out.
weekly or
Underground or
in your basement,
Gorilla.
Yeah, I mean,
that are chafe free.
yeah, they're definitely chafe free. I was just watching Overarching St. Louis, and they're definitely
Are they
chafe
all
free.
skinny?
Guys, go to jacobvi.com and you can find all the stuff we do. The most important thing to me is that you reach out to Caddyshack of Hamel, Illinois. They need you now more than ever with how expensive everything is. And also, if you have it in your heart to support this show financially, patreon.com/JacobV. Shout out to our executive producers, Neill Wolf, Doreen Priestley, Justin Geringer. New members this week. I think Dawn is a new member. Beezy's a new member. So lots and lots of stuff there. Tim and I, our recommendations are that you read a book, any book. If you can read it for more than a few minutes, it's good for your brain. Lucius, you can support Lucius at doorstop-studio.square.site for any of your studio needs, lessons, recording. You just need a space to just talk to your mom because you don't want her to come to your house. They'll do that.
Especially that.
We could record it for the courts. If you have supervised visitation with your children, do it at Doorstop. And we'll have a nice, clean record of everything. We can bring tacos over. And did I miss anything?
Support your local Captain D's.
Yeah, go to Captain D's at Grand and Shoto and fight the line to get dysentery. We'll be back. Jacob V Weekly.
Okay.
Abu Dhabi. You just start, yeah, stopping the